Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Selina Kyle Chase set from the 4-inch line of figures from Spin Master for the upcoming film The Batman. As you can see here, we have Batman, Selina Kyle, and a motorcycle, and it says that they are exclusive figures because this version of Batman and Selina Kyle have like a battle damage motif going on, and I'll do a comparison with the normal figures in a little bit. But packaging pretty standard for this line. Got a picture of Batman here. Large window with everything included over here. Not too much going on the sides of the packaging, or really the top or the bottom. Spin around to the back. Kind of a cool picture here with Selina Kyle on the bike, and then Batman just kind of posing over here. Now, I haven't seen this 100% confirmed anywhere, but I believe this set is a Walmart exclusive. Everyone I know that's found it has only found it at Walmart, and that's where I found mine. So I believe it to be a Walmart exclusive. So if you're looking for this one, definitely check your local Walmart. But without further ado, I'm going to get everything out of the box here so we can take a closer look. So here's everything you get in the box. You have your Selina Kyle figure, your Batman figure, you have the motorcycle, and then you have this helmet. We'll start over here with the Selina Kyle figure. I do find it interesting that they're still not calling her Catwoman, so I'm wondering if that is a name they're just not using in this movie, or maybe she's going to adopt it like later on in the movie. I'm not really sure. But if we compare her to the single-release Selina Kyle figure, you can see that they are pretty much exactly the same. The only difference, you have this little bit of paint here on the abdomen, and then on the two thighs, and then down here right below the knee. And that's just to kind of simulate battle damage, like her costume has gotten ripped up. But otherwise, they are exactly the same. Not really anything different going on here. Articulation's the same. Head can rotate from side to side. You have a hinge and a rotation in the shoulder. You have a hinge and a rotation in the elbow. Forearm, hand, wrist, all one solid piece. Nothing in the waist. You can kick forward. You can kick out to the side. Can't really go back because of the way the butt flap's molded there. You have a thigh swivel. You have a hinge there, 90 degrees in the knee, as well as a rotation. And then from the knee down is one solid leg piece. So it's really exactly the same. She does have a helmet here that you can go ahead and pop on, and the visor can lift up, which is pretty cool. And if you wanted to go ahead and put this on the original figure, you can do that as well. It will fit on both figures since, again, they are pretty much exactly the same. So we'll go ahead and put the helmet on. And then we will put her off to the side for a moment so we can take a look at Batman. And you may have guessed it, this Batman is exactly the same as the original. He just has the battle damage here, so you can see he's got a lot of paint to simulate torn costume here on the torso, near the knee over here, on the thigh near this knee. But otherwise, it is exactly the same. I really don't think I thought maybe for a second the faces were a little different, but they're not. It's exactly the same figure. So again, articulation, head can move side to side, although it's a little difficult on this to get very far, but you can go a little side to side. Nice hinge there in the shoulder, rotation, hinge and rotation in the elbow. Again, forearm, wrist, all one solid piece, nothing in the waist. Pretty much I would say he's got the exact same articulation as Catwoman. So, sorry, Selina Kyle. I keep wanting to call her Catwoman. But we have the hinge here, and then the rotation is below the knee, whereas with Selina Kyle, it's above the knee. So just something to be aware of there. The boots swivel, but then you have the 90-degree bend as well. So, yeah, pretty much the same as the single pack release and the Batmobile release. They're all the same figure. This one just has the battle damage painted on there. So we'll put him off to the side, and then we'll take a look at this bike. And I'll be honest, there's not much going on with the bike. The front wheel doesn't even turn. I was kind of hoping that the handlebars would at least turn side to side. That's just a fixed one solid piece there. You have kind of a hollow piece of plastic for the wheel. There's no rubber tire or anything like that. Same for back here. They spin well, though. I mean, there's no problem. You know, you can really get it to spin quite well. You have a kickstand here, but I'll be honest, the kickstand does more harm than good. You can just kind of rotate that down, and then when you try to get it to stand, it just falls over, because basically what happens is this, you know, acts as a kickstand, but because you can't turn the wheel or anything, it doesn't really want to stay that way. So having this actually just makes it want to kind of push away. If you could cut the wheel, if you could turn the wheel this way, I think it would work really well. But just because of the way it's distributed, you can get it to start, or to stand rather. But honestly, if I just close this up, I can get this to kind of balance on its own, even without the kickstand. So the kickstand's not really doing anything. You can kind of get the bike to just balance on its own. Or you can just use these like gray foot pedal things. You can just kind of have it just balance on that. The kickstand, unfortunately, like, it's nice that you can, you know, twist it up and twist it down, but it really just doesn't work all that well because it makes the bike kind of want to stand straight up, which really just makes it end up wanting to fall over. And here while it's bouncing, you can see the kickstand wasn't even touching the ground. So really, to use a kickstand like that, you have to have this be able to bend or turn to the side, and it just doesn't. So let's go ahead, we'll get Catwoman on here, see how she works out actually being attached to the bike. And she attaches fairly well. You can actually have the hands grab onto the handlebars, which I was a little afraid of at first. I thought her hands were going to be too small, and they almost are too small. It's a little difficult to get the hands on there, but once you do it, it's not too bad. So we'll get the hands to clasp onto the handlebars. There we go. And then we will bend her at the knees here and at the hips. And then she fits on the bike fairly well. I mean, she doesn't really sit the way you'd want her to sit. But it's not terrible. Her feet can rest on the little bars down there, which is nice. And then there you go. And I will say it balances a little better with her on it. The kickstand works a little better with her on it, because her weight can kind of shift it so it actually stays like that instead of naturally wanting to fall over. So that's nice. But, you know, usually if she's on the bike, she's riding it. So she doesn't want the kickstand while she's riding it. Another thing I think is kind of weird is this is the Selina Kyle chase, but Batman gets no bike or anything to chase her. I'm assuming he's just going to use the Batmobile. But, you know, that's not included in the set. Not that I want them to sell me an extra Batmobile, because I don't. But it's weird to include him in this set without his vehicle to chase her. Or maybe he chases her along the rooftops using grapple beams or something. Maybe this set will make more sense once we see the movie. I don't know. But I just think it's kind of weird to call it the Selina Kyle chase, and then she's the only one that has a vehicle. It seems like it would be a very difficult chase. She'd probably get away pretty quickly being the only one with a vehicle. So who knows? We'll have to wait until we see the movie. Like I said, maybe it'll make more sense. Maybe he's, you know, grappling from rooftop to rooftop or something, and that's how he's chasing her. I don't know. Or just chase her in the Batmobile, but again, Batmobile sold separately. So what do I think about this set? It's all right. It's a little lackluster, I'm going to be honest. The bike's okay. It's iffy at best. Plus, we're just getting two versions of figures we already have with, like, slight battle damage painted on them. They're okay, but I don't think they're different enough to warrant this set, honestly. It's nice to have a bike for her, and I do like the helmet. I think the helmet works, and it does fit on and off the figure pretty easily, which I do appreciate. It doesn't get stuck on there, which I was kind of worried about. But the battle damage is just not exciting enough to make me want, in this case, like a fourth version of Batman and a second version of Selina Kyle. And the bike's not really that great either, so it's kind of a lackluster set. For collectors anyway. I feel like the Batmobile was great. That comes with the Batman. Get yourself the single release of Selina Kyle, and you're good to go. I don't think this bike is really worth... Because really, the bike is the only thing in this set that's unique. And I don't think it's great enough to pick it up. Now, if you can find it on sale or something, if these eventually sit at Walmarts and go on sale and get clearanced out or something, then go ahead and pick it up. But I mean, unless you love the battle damage. If you love the look of the battle damage, then I say go ahead and grab the set, because, you know, they do have that battle damage paint. It's okay. It's honestly not badly done. It's just, I don't think it's exciting enough to make me want to buy these figures all over again. If the bike was really great, I would say just go ahead and get it, because the bike would be really great. Like if it had, you know, the front wheel could turn, or if it just had a little bit more to it. But it's just very basic. It's fine, but it's just very basic. So I don't hate the set. I don't love the set. It's very mediocre in my opinion. So I'd probably wait for a sale. I can't remember exactly how much this cost, but I kind of want to say somewhere in the area of like 20 to 25, which I feel like makes, I think probably like 25, considering the figures are usually about $8, $9 a piece, depending on where you grab them. So I want to say it was between 20 and 25, but I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. But like I said, I'd wait for a sale. I would definitely wait for a sale. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.